Nothing national.
I'm not sure what I did national. I'm talking about what I know. I don't know.
I'm interested in when you remember we are
myself,
discussing your joint efforts here.
No, myself, I don't know anything about national.
Okay, so then in respect of the Department of Health, what did those RFQs require? If you could just, whatever you can recall.
Medical consumables?
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Now, when was the first RFQ? I'll take it that is an estimation on your part. And when was the last?
I was not keeping, I don't know, let's say 2019, 2018.
2018, 2019.
2018, maybe.
Okay. Now, were there so many that you can't even recall whether there were 2, 3, 15, 25?
Yeah, there was quite a lot.
Where you were successful? I'm interested in the ones you were successful, not the efforts you made.
No, mine collectively for, I'll say, for 3 years, they were under 5 million rands. So it's not a lot.
That's you quoting alone?
Yes.
I'm interested in you and Mr. Maumela.
No,
remember
we
that?
were not. I think maybe I've explained this wrong.
Okay.
We are not in a joint. There is a money that is somewhere there. So whatever you get is yours. Whatever I get is mine. And then from that money that you borrowed, that's where you will, depending on how much you borrowed from that money. I'm not saying his companies I was benefiting from them or my companies was benefiting from them.
Okay, let's.
The common thing that that because you said was there any business that I did with him?
Yes.
I said yeah, it's the money, but he will do his own thing, and I'll also do mine on the side.
Okay, let's try it from this angle. Perhaps I asked whether you were involved in any business or business ventures. You said it's the money. Can you describe that the nature of that business? Of the money?
I think I just need to give you an example that I will say to you that just put 1 million and then I'll also bring 1 million.
Yes.
And then if you get your RFQs, you can take from that 1 million, depending on how much they want. You'll take 300,000. And on that, let's say you take 300,000, you go and buy whatever is needed for that from our money. And from that 300,000, and then when you bring it back, because of you've used the money, so it must come back with profit.
Okay, so do you create a pot of money where you both invest and from which you draw to individually respond to RFQs, or how exactly? I'm trying to understand how these transactions were happening, and please excuse me if I'm slow.
Commissioner, now we're going deep to the investigation that I was trying to avoid, but which I do not know whether I will be part of or not. So, however, for you to understand much better, I will say it's not like we've opened a neutral company and then have money in the bank for that specific purpose of this business. I will take it from, it will be money that maybe is depending on, it will be either in his account or mine. There was
you pooled as in POOLED, you pooled funds together.
Yes.
And from those funds, if you got a contract, or if he got a contract, each one of you would then take money from the funds that you've pooled together for what's required at the initial stage of performing in terms of the contract you got. So you use a portion from those funds for that purpose.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and then you say you then pay those funds back into the joint fund, if I may call it that. You pay that back. But you say you would have to pay it back with a profit, as I understand you. And don't nod, please.
No, sorry, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And how would the profit be worked out?
10% of whatever.
10% of what you took from the fund, or
Yes.
10%
Yes,
of what
of
you would get from the contract?
What you took from the funds, yes.
What you took from the fund.
Which then would lead me to the question, does that become a revolving fund, or is the fund dissolved at some point and you split profits that have been earned by quote unquote the fund? How exactly does it work?
I will, okay, I'm going to give an example again. I will say
Yes.
maybe you are the supplier.
Yes.
We need to buy stock from your company. So we'll put money in your company. And then whatever we want to buy, we already have credit. So we'll take from stock from your company, and then you will tell us how much is left there. Then anyway, both of us will know how much is left, and then we'll keep on adding money to that account.
It's not exactly what the answer you gave the chair, because you explained that
The
you
profits will get them, yes.
Yes.
No, the profit won't go back to you because you are not part of the business.
How do you split them when you are jointly contributing to the pool?
I made an example earlier that I'll give an example that I've put 1 million into your account, which you are the supplier.
But in the example you make, I am not Mr. Maumela.
Not Mr. Maumela. You are not a supplier, meaning we buy stock from your company.
Yes.
Yes.
From the pool of funds that you and Mr. Maumela have raised.
Yes, but the money is in your account because you are the one who's supplying us with medical equipment. It's easy.
I'll never get it.
Ms. Matlala, you keep going back to, remember in your engagement with Chair, you said whatever profit you make,
Yes.
you must put the money you took out of the seed account.
course,
You must
of course.
take it back, and then with 10%, because the interest you earned is 10%, you put it back into this account,
Yes.
from which both
Yes.
of you can draw. Now, the question Advocate Silva is asking you is, that account where you put the money back with 10%, at some point do you dissolve it, or what do you do with it? Not what you pay to the suppliers that supply you with the equipment. The account from which you draw and you pay back money once you've made profit with the 10%. What do you do with that account? Do you dissolve it and share 50-50 whatever is remaining, or what happens with it?
Yeah, that's where the confusion is.
Yes.
The money is not in the account. The money is, we approach you, like I was trying to explain to Advocate Sillo, the commissioner, I'm sorry, that we will approach you, and since you are the supplier who,
Hiding behind your lack of recollection. Yes.
if I don't remember, I don't remember. There's nothing I can do. I am not hiding that.
If we move on, then
Before we move on, Mr. Matlala, the difficulty is it's a lot of money involved here. And I said to you earlier, unless you are in the business of forwarding notifications for many businesses, if you are in that business, so it's what you used to do as a matter of course, then perhaps there's room to forgive that you don't remember. And because it's this amount of money, it's people that you know, it's very difficult to accept that you have absolutely no recollection of it. Where it came from, what it was about, what you were asked. You don't even remember how, you say, I don't know, maybe someone asked me to forward it, but it's difficult to accept that that is a truthful and complete answer from you. It's a lot of money that you have forwarded. Mr. Maumela is your contact. Mr. Msibi is your contact. You have
Want to infringe my free trial rights by engaging in my case before I can do that in court.
Your Section 35 rights. So, is it your position that any engagement on that contract of any kind before this commission will infringe your rights?
It will, of course.
Why? And how?
Advocate Sula, myself and you now as we sit here, we do not know what is up the sleeves of the prosecutor. We do not know what questions they want to ask or what is their approach. Even myself, you do not know what is my defense strategy. So it's a number of things that can go wrong if we engage in this issue now.
I think I'm having this engagement with you because I'm trying to understand the basis on which you say the commission cannot engage with that contract at all. You recall yesterday I requested that perhaps to assist the commission to appreciate the parameters of this right that you assert, that you provide us with the charge sheets in both trials. You recall that?
Yes, I do.
That was a request, and unfortunately, by this morning, you hadn't, by you, I mean collectively with your team, appreciating that.
We got it in the meeting.
Let me just finish, if I may. We have then, in the interim, sought to assist you and have obtained both the charge sheets, and they are part of file 11, item 3, and item 7 of file 11. Now, we did that precisely to have to understand what charges you face and to inform us and the commission, generally the commissioners, how far to potentially have a conversation with you about this contract. You understand?
I hear you.
Now, the Medicare charge sheet is at item 7, appears from page 90.
Sorry again, just for our benefit, which file are we currently?
11. File 11. It's the file that has the SIU order. File 11, page 90, that should be CJC 448, Commissioners. You confirm that is the charge sheet that was served on you and on the basis of which you are facing the current criminal trial in the Medicare matter?
Yes, I confirm that.
Yes. Now, we had requested that we have this before us so that we look at the various charges preferred against you and or your companies to have an appreciation when you refuse to answer a question as to specifically which offense do you say that question impacts? You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. Now, looking then at our page 830, which is that response to the letter of demand for non-performance, what charge in this charge sheet do you suggest that letter impacts and therefore runs the risk of prejudicing you?
Advocate Silo, I will repeat it again that I am not a lawyer, so I do not know the tactics of lawyers. How do they approach their cases. So I just want to be on a safe side by not approaching anything that has to do with this thing.
Because the approach you want to adopt is precisely the approach that I think the chair cautioned against, which is you can't be suggesting a blanket ban on conversation around the subs contract. And that any asset and any right you seek to asset must be in response to a specific question. And I'm suggesting to you to assist you to determine when it is to invoke your rights. Perhaps reference to the charge sheet would assist you, because the charge sheet specifies the different offenses for which you are charged.
Chairperson, may I at this stage just try and briefly deal with one of the issues that I find difficulties with right at this point. Mr. Matlala has indicated to your honourable self and your fellow commissioners that he's invoking his fair trial right. He's also indicated to you that he's not a lawyer and he doesn't know, simply put, about how lawyers deal with these various issues. I understand the approach you've discussed yesterday with reference to paragraph 109 and what's further. And I go back to maybe a little bit to what I've referred to earlier today. When one deals with somebody section 35.
You had said it was I think on the 21st, said it was a written agreement.
Say that again?
You said it was a written agreement.
Oh, of course, yes.
And you had undertaken to provide the commission with a copy.
Yes, I did.
And we are not in possession of one yet, or receipt of one. Are you able to assist?
Yes, I asked my counsel to get it for me.
Maybe I can just assist. It is correct. And I think I've indicated to my learned friend too that we have reached out to endeavour to get this agreement. It's apparently there was an attorney involved, but the person that was going to deal with it, the attorneys involved was not available to put it the other way around, sorry. Mr. Mtsumi was not available apparently to give formal instructions to the attorneys to hand it over. I understand he's currently back in the country and that could happen. We have endeavoured to do that, but I undertake to again do a follow-up today to ensure that the written agreement is valid, because apparently it's with an attorney, as I said.
Noted.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you, Ms. Yes.
Yes. Apologies for that, Chair. I was going to thank Ms. Van de Heever.
Sorry, Advocate Silo.
Yes.
Just to clarify this, I do not think it's an acknowledgement of debt. It's not a loan agreement. It's an acknowledgement of that loan.
So all along we have referred to it as a loan agreement. You recall on the 21st, we actually drew a distinction between the loan you received by you, I mean one of your companies, I think Medicare, from Mr. Karim, yes, and the loan received from Mr. Mtsumi or one of his companies. We drew that distinction, and we were made to understand by yourself that the loan with Mr. Karim was on a handshake and didn't have a loan agreement, a written loan agreement, and you specifically mentioned that this one had a loan agreement. So have we been wrong all along to call that document an agreement?
I've been wrong, Advocate Silo. I just remembered that it's an acknowledgement. It's not a loan agreement. I'm the one who was wrong.
So similarly with this loan of 5 million, there was no loan agreement, and therefore, what do you recall what the terms of the loan were? Because I wouldn't expect to find such detail in the acknowledgement of debt.
I think they are there. I'm not sure. I don't remember from on top of my head, but I don't, because earlier I explained that I don't remember the terms. But We should find them in the acknowledgement of debt, I think.
The terms of the.
Yes, I think they are there.
Okay. And to your recollection, what were they, over what period was this loan repayable?
Oh, I think within 12 months, if I'm not wrong.
12 months.
If I'm not wrong.
Okay. But it was a relatively short period. And you indicate, so before that, the document then we must that Ms. van der Heever references, is she referencing the loan agreement that she says will be obtained from Mr. Mtsumi, or is she referencing the acknowledgement of debt?
Yes, it's an acknowledgement of debt.
So there is no written loan
it's not,
agreement?
yes.
Okay. And on the 21st, when you were giving your narrative, you indicated that this loan has been repaid
Yes, it is.
in full.
Yes.
Okay. And if it was in 2024, then it would have been repaid by, you said early 24, by early 2025. It was fully repaid.
Yes, in 2025. But yes.
Now, having then met Mr. Mtsumi at the, no, not met, if I understand you correctly, you engaged with him at the wedding of Mr. Msibi, and that's when a relationship between the two of you started. Is that a fair assessment?
At the wedding.
At the
yes,
wedding,
yes.
yes. Now, are you able to characterize in a, however many words you can, the nature of that relationship?
At the wedding.
No, the relationship that you developed with Mr. Mtsumi.
I said it was a business relationship.
Strictly business, no friendship,
No, not friendship, but what would I say? Because last time I said strictly business. Not strictly business, yes. Not strictly business.
Okay, business including?
I'm saying not strictly business.
Yes, because your emphasis
Yes.
is on strictly. So there is a touch of business, but then including other kind of relationship that is not business. And I want to get a sense of what?
Maybe security.
Ms. van der Heever, please switch off your mic because it keeps. That's fine. Mr. Matlala, did you socialize with Mr. Mtsumi? Did you go out to lunch together? Did you have dinners? Did he visit your house? Did you visit his house?
No, he never visited my house.
Did you go to lunches together?
No, we never went to lunch, but at some point I remember he was having lunch somewhere, and then I wanted to meet him, and he was having lunch, and I got the incentive, somewhere in Sandton,
And
yes.
did you bike together or ride together or drive sports cars together?
He don't ride bikes, Mr. Mtsumi. I don't think.
What did you do together? We're trying to get to what was the nature of the relationship. What did you do together?
You know, I'm opening this relationship because last time I confined myself, I said business only, and then find there's something else. Like doing together, it's not much. Like maybe if there is something that has to do with business, I will meet with him. So that's why I was referencing it as a business relationship.
So you met with him from time to time to
Yes.
discuss business opportunities.
Yes.
In fact, I was going to add to Commissioner Kumalo's list to see if he went horse riding, and I guess none of those. This is a relationship starting in 2022. Can you give us a sense of the nature of the